Just, you know, just the top of the box is showing.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll bring these a little closer. Okay. I think we're live. Okay, so today we are going to play Orchard. Orchard is actually by itself just a solitaire game, but it does have multiplayer rules. So we thought we'd try this. Multiplayer rules are a lot like a different game, Karuba. If you played Karuba before, it's going to be a lot like playing Karuba, except for we don't all have to have a board that we're playing on together. You're playing alone with your own board. And so we'll be calling out different numbers. So I'm going to show you some of these cards. This is the bought one of it. They're fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $15, but they come with nice plastic cards. And so it works out for what you need. And it's a really fun game to just play solo player. But if you want to play with other people, you can follow the link. And we do have the these are the print and play versions of them. So the people who made
Actually, full color is available. There are several different versions available. That's just the printer friendly one.
Oh, okay. So there's a bunch of different versions available of Orchard. This is the printer friendly one. So for colored, I'll show you one of the pictures here. So like basically what you have is a mix of different orchards or different trees that are growing, and we're going to be stacking the trees and things like that. And I'll explain the rules a little more in depth, but that's basically what this is you have these 2 dots of red, 2 dots of blue, and 2 dots of yellow. And the printer friendly has the same kind of setup. So that's what Jane is going to be using. He's going to be using the printer friendly ones. What I did, we already had this game, but to play together, I took a deck of cards that I used to have for a different game, and I just painted them white, and then I painted the dots matching up with the numbers. That's the important thing, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a number right here. This one is 17. There's 18 cards in the whole deck. One game is playing through 9 of those cards. So you get to play 2 games every time you play.
The number looks clear for us. So, but if you can't see the number, just let us know. We can maybe zoom in on it.
Yep, and we'll numbers as we go along. Anyway, but like, so this is 17, and so I'll show you my 17 just to show you that, you know, I tried to make mine similar. So I just did a red dot, a red, yellow, yellow, blue, blue. So that's it. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be functional. And so the game also has these guys, and these are just regular D6 dice. But they only have a few faces. Their faces are different. A lot of their faces are this little leaf, but the rest of their faces are a 1, a 3, a 6, and then a bushel. The bushel is worth 10 points. And so again, when we get to explaining the rules, this is the basic setup, but this is what you're going to need to play the game. You need your own either printer-friendly version of the game, like this, or any of the printer ones. If you have extra ink, go for it. We've just found it's really hard to get ink right now, and so we went with printer-friendly. But make yourself your own copy, or paint yourself your own copy with some cards or markers. Maybe you have some business cards laying around that you're not really using because you can't really hand people things anymore. Possibly flip over the backside and turn them into these. All you have to do is look through the sheet, the printer-friendly sheet, and just by number, like 17, write 17, and then write its matching image. The other thing you're going to need, so you're going to need all these dice that come with it. But you actually don't need to use dice if you don't have dice. We have dice, so we use dice from other games that we've salvaged from. And so what you need is just something to mark 3 different types. And so there's going to be blue, yellow, and red. As long as you have something that matches that. I think the printer printables comes with little tokens that you can print off, a 1, 3, 6, and 10 token that you're going to place over. So that would work. Otherwise, just use whatever you have at home that you could possibly use in place of this. And then lastly, you're going to need these little, this is a rotten fruit symbol. this little black guy, you're going to need 2 of those. And again, just use anything. You're here in Canada, pennies are worthless. And so if you have pennies, anyway, so you need that. What I am using, again, I'm just using some red, yellow, and blue dice. And then I just grabbed some extra dice that didn't have real symbols. Those are my rotten fruit that I'm going to use. And I'm going to be playing with this deck of cards just, because. And again, Jane's using the printer friendly, and we're just using these ones to call off. Oh, okay. So Jane said that the printer friendly ones actually don't start with numbers. Oh, that might actually be difficult. So just double check and see if any of the printer ones have numbers on them. Otherwise, you're gonna have to look through and try to find the matching image to what we have here to play with us. But that's what Jane did, is see on that. And so hopefully one of the other ones, if you look at one of the other versions, possibly there's a non-printer friendly one that has the numbers listed. If so, that would work really good. If not, yeah, you'll just have to dig through and find the matching image as we go along. Or if anything, just play through the game as we play through, and play through with your own, printed out ones. You don't have to go calling off by the numbers. You can play by the traditional rules and just see how well it is. Our biggest focus here was to just get people to, this was such a fun game to just play solo player. And so you can give it a shot, try it out, and usually just do it with things that you have laying around the house. Okay, so I'm going to pull these back. Yeah. I'm just going to use those. I'm going to bring these back. Okay, so well, we know our first one is going to be a 17, but I'm going to get into rules in a little bit. I'm going to do some, I'm telling you about this game. This is a different game, just while we're waiting for other people to come into the room. Next week, we are going to play this. It is, we've been calling it AIR, Adaptive Immune Response. With this game, it'll be what we're going to play next Saturday. Me and Jane came up with this game together, and we've been trying it out as a family. Michelle did the artwork for us. Currently, we're going to be updating the artwork as we go along, but because we want to do a few adjustments to this to make it a little more realistic. But basically, you're playing as a B lymphocyte cell or multiple B lymphocytes, and you're trying to stop different pathogens. So this one is going to be a roll and write game that we're going to do next week. And we're going to put up on our website. Oh, it is up on our website. So it's up on our website. You can print this part off. This is, the version 3 artwork. We'll probably be putting up the other one eventually. I don't know if we're going to get up before next Saturday, but there is a few things that we're already going to be adjusting with this game. But that is going to be what we're going to play next time. And again, this is a game that me and Jane have invented, and we're just wanting to try it out with you guys and see what you think of it. We designed the game from the ground up, thinking through how we can play with you guys at home and how you can then play this by yourself as well, or with people in your own home, or how you can continue to just play during this time without having to develop much. Okay, let's move on to Orchard. So in Orchard, we are going to have these different orchards. And so 17 is our first one. So find your 17 card. It's going to be 2 reds and then a crisscross of the blue and the yellow. For me, it looks like this. And I'm just going to place that card right in front of me, much like this one is placed right here. And then the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to just slide this way so you guys can still try to see it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw. We have to find the number 10 card. So go ahead, dig through your thing, find the number 10. It should match this. So the blue crisscrossing, red crisscrossing, and then yellows on either side. And I don't know how I should.
Well, you haven't explained how you have
I
to
haven't
place the
explained.
cards yet.
Yeah. So I'm going to explain using these ones, but I'll be playing over here. So I'm going to just explain using this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this card, and you see these different colors. You're going to kind of turn it in different ways to try to see how you can fit it on top of here. Basically, you're going to want to place the colors on top of other matching colors. So like, for instance, you could place this yellow and red on top of this other yellow and red. As you can see, by doing that, then you're going to place a dice right here or whatever marker and one right here. Both of these are going to be on the number 1 side of things. Actually, I'll just play through a couple so you guys can kind of see this. Then we'll reshuffle these cards and we'll just start over. So let's say we have that. The next card, we would say this is a number 5, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of look at this. How can we fit it on here? I can actually... So I'm going to place this over this one. So the blue matches the blue underneath that one. So it's represented in the dice by purple, but that's okay. And then, yeah. And then we're going to put a 1 right there. Now this 1 that had been there before, since we covered it up with another matching yellow, we're going to turn this one or spin it up to the number 3. So again, the numbers go 1, 3, 6, 10. So every time you can cover this one up or any of these dice up, they're going to go up to their next level. And that's how you're going to get points. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins. So we'll just show what the next one is, because what I want to show you guys is what happens when you don't... Oh my gosh, that one just fits so perfectly. So we could put this one here. So this one will become a 3, a 1, another 1, and another 1. So there's that one, and we can move on to the next one. Now, eventually, you're going to get to a place where you can place it, but underneath it isn't going to be the right matching color. So just for sake of teaching, I'm going to see if I can... there's a lot of good places that it can already fit. But let's just say I couldn't find anything else. And so what I did is I placed it like so, right here. And so although the red matches the red, and so I could put one here, this yellow doesn't match that red. So this one I'm going to actually lose, and I have to put a spoiled fruit here. This would happen even if there wasn't a dice there before. Anytime I'm going to put the wrong color on top of a different color, it becomes a spoiled fruit. And you put this on there. That means from now on, when I draw cards, I can't cover up this spoiled fruit ever again. So it kind of stunts me from being able to do other things. I get to spoil 2 fruit during the entire game. So let's just say the game ended right here. What you would do is you would, to see how many points you have, is you're going to count up your score. So right here, I'd have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you subtract 3 points for every one of your spoiled fruits. So that's going to be what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So 8 points would be my ending score. That would be just a horrible score, because obviously we ended before the actual end of the game. But that is how the points work, and that's how things go on. Now, if you ever get these up to a bushel, that's the highest they could be. So again, it's going to go 3 or 1, 3, 6, and then the bushel, and the bushel is going to get you 10 points, and that's the highest you can go. And I guess you could cover it up again, but it's not going to get any higher than the 10 points. Just in case anybody gets to that point. All right.
Did you want to mention the single player rules? See how it's different, and also be able to play it afterward.
Right. So the single player rules, what I showed you here is that I was just taking one card and looking at it. With the single player rules, you're actually going to, after you place that first card, you are then going to draw 2 cards. And out of these 2 cards, you're going to choose which one you want to place. So this is the basics of how the game functions. And then once you place one, you draw another one. So you always have 2 cards to choose from until you get to the very end of the deck, in which you're going to have, obviously, 1 card left to place. Once you have placed all 9 of your cards, then you're going to total everything up, subtract out your bad, rotten fruit, and then you'll see how you did. If you have a little rule book, or if they have the rules in the thing, there's like a little graph. It's a very punny graph, but it just shows you, you know, as far as your points go, what you won for that level. When you play competitively against other people, then you can just see who did the best, and you can still look up whatever your punny solution is of how you did. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's give this a shot. And we're gonna just shuffle these up. All right, so card number 1 is a 7. And can you see that, Michelle?
That looks like a good starting button.
Okay.
That way.
All right, so I'm going to place these ones out, but I'm going to build on mine. Can you see mine?
No.
Over
you
here?
want me to pick it up?
No, you don't have to. Okay, so 7 is the very first card. Our next card, so this would be the first time we actually can start choosing what we're going to do. This one is going to be a 9. So look for the, you know, that particular setup. But this is the 9. And then we're going to go ahead and place this somewhere where it fits on our little board. Obviously, this early on in the game, you do not want to get, you know, rotten fruit. Strategically, it makes sense if you can get your rotten fruit later on. If you have to take rotten fruit, use it as kind of a last case scenario somewhere to get some extra points. All right. So there we are. So I placed mine. Jane placed his. And again, I think for the most part, this one is going to be a lot more like a quick playthrough until people get sort of like used to the basics of how this game just functions. And so we might kind of go a little faster than you are prepared for, but we're going to play this and then we're going to play the next 9 cards after it. So we'll play essentially 2 games of this one. All right. So the next one is, so you're going to want to dig through, find your 5. Also, if you want to just take this turn, if you've created these cards, if they don't have numbers on them, just search through and try to get their numbers placed on them, because we'll probably play this game again live with you guys as time goes on. I want to go there, but I don't want to go there.
It's a really good spot, except for you'll end up with 2 rotten fruit if you do that.
2 rotten
That's
fruit
what I
right
was
away.
running into.
Okay, so let's go. Let's do something else. Okay, so I placed mine. Still waiting on Jane to place his. So that kind of, again, that sort of helps us slow down. So if you guys ever play live stream with people, we found it works well to play live stream with multiple people on your side playing. Kind of slows you down so that way you don't go too fast for everybody else. All right, so the next one is a 10. So search through, find your 10, and then find a place to get it to fit well. This one is not. As beautifully set up as the last ones. All right, I'm gonna have to go like that, I think. So 1. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. Michelle is running kind of the comments board, so she can yell at me and I can answer the question quick, or she might just type the answer quick. So I want to make sure everyone can see. Yes, that was next set. Okay, so the next is going to be a 17. So find that 17 card somewhere. Again, if you're looking at this game and you're like, I don't know if I want to make my own, it might, you know, be difficult. It is a fairly expensive game to get your hands on. And it is pretty fun. And it's a nice thinky game to just have and to be able to do all by yourself without, you know, having to have an entourage. 1, one. And I should mention really quickly, you only have 5 of each kind of fruit. And so you do have to be a little bit careful about, which dice you're using where, because eventually if you just keep spreading out, you're going to run out of dice to use in particular areas. All right, so the next card is an 8. So find the number and find a good place to place that one if you can. That's not where I want. I bet the next round is going to be really easy.
Yeah,
go
because Adam
there.
and Jane have found that if you play 2 rounds where you're playing half the deck first and then the other half second, one round will be really good and one round will be really bad.
Yeah. Ooh, that one's good. Assuming Jane got the same kind of setup. 3, 1, and 1. Okay. All right. So the next, we are almost done with the first round. So this is a number 1. So find the number 1. And again, since we're playing through both decks, I'll call these off as I go along. If you're creating your own cards at home, or if you want to rewatch the video later, again, I'll call them off by a number so you can better tell which ones they are. If you want to create your own deck and play at home with us, no, that one won't fit there. Ooh, that's not going to work the way I want it to. No. Wow, this is going to be a bad hand for me. Okay, so I'm going to just go here. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That is not what I want to do. That doesn't match at all. What was I thinking? And so, while I'm still thinking, I'll just tell you, with my little deck that I made, I had some extra card sleeves laying around. And so since I painted these cards, I then sleeved them just so that paint wouldn't feel kind of weird. All right, so the next card is a 4. There's a second to the last card, and then we'll see how we all did. I'm guessing not very well. No, wrong place. Sorry, should be 1 and 1. Okay, there we go.
Oh, Jane just got 2 6s. No, 3?
3 6s.
With 1 card. That's pretty nice.
Wow.
Although I do have 2 rotten fruit.
So that'll take out one of your 6s.
Yeah, guys, I am not. Usually I'm pretty good, but
Adam is really good at this game.
not so good today. Okay, well, we're just going to go here. Keep the game moving. Okay. There we go. And our last card is obviously going to be whatever we have left. So it's going to be an 18. So I'm not sure if you guys can see all of those. And again, I'll call the numbers again, point them out. So if you're making these at home, if you need to, you could write down or make up in some way what colors everything is.
You're out of rotten fruit, Jane. You can't do it. That's not my fault, Jane.
All right. Okay, let me.
This is a bad card.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go there. It's not the best. Okay, so I don't have any rotten fruits. Calling off these numbers again. So we had a 9, a 5, 10, 17, an 8, a 1, a 4, and an 18. So that is what they all look like with their numbers. This is how my board was, and it usually ends up really bad. If you start spreading out, you're probably not going to have done it well. Jane didn't do too bad. His is kind of all together.
You can see both of your guys.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we're just going to total these up quick, see what scores we got. 1, 2, 3, 6. I got 25. That was probably the lowest I've ever gotten. Oh, 25 or less. Paltry.
33.
Jane got 33, so he got a satisfactory. So I
What
did
did you have?
paltry.
No, I mean,
Oh, I had 25.
33.
All right. So this was our first set. Again, hopefully you've kind of seen it. You understand a little bit. We're going to just play with the other set of cards, the other 9 cards. And again, like I said, this is an 18 card game. The little box here comes with the 18 cards. These are plastic cards too, not plastic coated, but plastic. So it makes them really easy for stacking. And yeah, other than that, I mean, we have that works really well. They come with the little dice. Jane's using the little dice tokens, but we have the extra dice laying around for him to use because we thought originally Michelle might play, but she is running back
Leave
there.
it set up like this, then they might not be able to see the card numbers as well.
Yeah.
I could see you because I thought you were playing the other
Yes.
half.
So we're gonna play the other half really quick.
What's your guys' fingers?
Okay, and so all of these cards, since we're playing the other half, if you have printed off your cards, you can take all these numbered ones and just move them off to the side because we're not going to use them at all. Just take the other half that you have, and those are going to be the other numbers that we're going to use this turn, this round.
Thank you.
Okay. Let me just double check it in next up. Okay, yep. All right, so I'll shuffle these ones. Okay, so our first card is the number 6. Can you see it?
I can't.
Okay.
Here, I'll just bend it down a little.
Okay. All right, Jane, search through your number. So number 6 is our starting card. So you're just going to put that right in front of you. It doesn't really matter which way it goes, but it's just right in front of you. Next card. We'll go this way, I guess. There we go.
Wait, on way. So hard to do it with backward. Maybe go like that.
Okay, so the next card is an 11. So this is our first card to work with. And again, if you're going to play this solo player, you're going to draw 2 cards at this time and just pick one of them. It doesn't really matter card-wise. Ooh, this is already a good. It's a better start than the last one. So we're just going to go right there. And I'm assuming Jane is doing the exact same thing because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Oops. 1 and a 1. Okay, voila. There we go. Okay, next card is a 13.
Well, move yours a little bit forward, Adam. So
Oh, sure. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. Okay, well, we're just going to go right there. So we can turn that one into a 3. That one into a 1. Okay, so that was the next set.
I'm doing something dangerous.
Jane's already starting with
Oh,
some rotten fruit in the middle of his bunch. And remember, he can't cover that rotten fruit again. All right, so the next one is a 16. Mhm.
I think it was worth it though.
yeah, the screen setup is better because you can kind of see some things going on. It's more interesting to look at.
Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna go for getting a rotten
A
fruit.
rotten fruit,
One
Let's go with
turn
that.
after me.
Yeah, 3. This will be a 6. This will be a 1. At least I got a 6 this turn. Okay. Next one. Tell me if you can see that. That's a number 3. Okay.
I covered up my best yellow spot.
Can't do that because I can't afford that many losses. Ooh, but I could do this one. There.
That's a good spot.
3, a 3, and a 1. There we go. Ready? Okay. The next card.
Yeah, you can go there.
Okay.
And you'll want to go above.
Okay. So the next one is a 14. So my hope again is you guys can see how the general workings of this game plays. Ooh, that would have been nice before. Working of the game generally just plays out, and go ahead and just try it. At home, where you are.
2 6s.
No. Okay, can I get the yellow? No. No. I can't get to that blue. You know what? We'll just go there. Okay, so that'll be a 3 and a 1 for the blue fruit. Okay. I feel like I'm encroaching. Can I go down that way with these?
A little bit. There, you're probably good
Okay.
there. You can still see the numbers.
All right, so the next number is a 15. So dig through, find your 15. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, I looked at that wrong. Ah.
Ni dating humping what the power or being now dying.
Okay, well, we will just. I guess I can't go there. The game seems so easy, and then you spend so much time like spinning and turning, and well, maybe this will work. It doesn't work. Okay, well, we are going to see. Okay, we'll just go there. You can at least place something. Okay, so that'd be a 1 and another 1. All right, so the next card is a 12. Can't afford that one.
Jane's taking another rotten fruit.
Okay, we'll just go here. So that'll be a 3
So basically, you got -3 points and
and a
+1
1
in that one.
and a 1. Okay, so you should have one card left. It's probably a number 2. There we go.
I love
So number 2.
rubber band outside.
So then we will try to figure out how to place this one, but also gain the points that we want from it. Oh, I really wish I could turn that one. Okay, how many rotten fruit would that give me? Oh, that'd be 2 rotten fruit. I can only have 1.
I can only have 0.
1 new rotten fruit. How about that one? That would be too many rotten fruit too. Okay, so I could that.
Sometimes I wish you could have
Or like
unlimited
that.
rotten fruits.
Right?
Yes.
But then if you think about it, that would be awful because then you would have way too much negative points, like way too many negative points.
Yeah. Way too many. Okay, well we'll go here so we can get this up to a 3 and I can take 1 yellow. I can't put anything on that one because I don't have anything extra. So here is my finished board. Okay. All right. So here's my finished board. Again, for each rotten fruit you use, that's going to be a -3 points. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that and remove 1 3-pointer. And then I can count up the rest like normal. 27. Oh my goodness. I had 2 really bad rounds right in a row. But at least I got to forget apple.
24.
24. Okay, so Jane got the Paltry this time. All right. Well, again, like I said, this is traditionally a single player game. You can play it multiplayer. So give this a shot. Print it off. Play it a couple times by yourself. See what you think of it. It's a fun little puzzle that you can do really quickly. Shuffle the cards again, play the puzzle again. But if you can get numbers on these, then you can play them with us. If anything, you could just play along. But if you play by the numbers, then at least we can see kind of comparatively how we all do. Just in case you can see these, if you want to watch this again. So this was 2. Okay. I'll go like that. So this was the 14. This is the 2. This is the 12. This is the 15. Then this is the 3, 16, 13, 11, and the 6. So that between that and the other ones is all of the different cards and their numbers. Again, I really hope that you can find on one of the printable sheets the numbers listed. I just might not be under the same one that we printed off because Jane said that his didn't have numbers on it. Obviously, mine didn't because I painted my cards. But if you can at least find one with it, then you can play along with us when we play this one again. Next week, like we said, we are going to play Air. If you want, you could look back at we did a playthrough this on Wednesday, right? I want to say
Something like that.
Wednesday or Tuesday was our first playthrough of it, just with a public playthrough. You can play along with us just to understand the basic rules, and you'll understand possibly why we changed what we changed when we get to it. But this is essentially the same game. I mean, when we redo the artwork, it's not going to be any different gameplay wise. We haven't changed any of that. It just some other functions have changed.
And if anybody has a suggestion of a game they'd like to play the following week, they should let us know either on social media or in the comments.
Yeah. So I don't know if everyone can hear that, but yes, Michelle was wondering if you guys have any other suggestions to games that you think we could play with anyone else online through live stream, just let us know. We have a bunch of other games we could try doing as well. So again, we're going to do Air next week, but after that we could do just a whole plethora of different roll and write games or games like this.
We
So-
could replay a game we've already done, or we could try a new game.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. Great day.